Hello and welcome to the Real-Esteem podcast. Today is June the 20th, 2018. I'm your host, Patrick Tabor, and today on the Marriage Edition, we're going to talk about seeking God in your marriage. If you'd like to hear any of our previous podcasts or get a copy of our book, Real-Esteem, Finding Your True Identity in Christ, please visit us at enith.com, www.eyniith.com. Before you got married, were you seeking a spouse or were you seeking God? If you were seeking God, at what intensity were you seeking Him? How much did you really want to know Him? What did you want to know about Him? Did you want to know if He really cared about you? Did you want Him to prove it? What did you do that proved that you were actually seeking? I tell my kids that, searching for something and seeking are two different things. When you're seeking something, you're diligently pushing and you have this strong desire to find what you're looking for. When you're searching, you might be more lackadaisical. You're just casually looking for whatever it is that you feel that you may have lost or need to find. So in Psalms 37:4, it says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." There's a lot of people out here looking for somebody to be married to, but they're forgetting to seek the one who can provide for them, someone who's not only compatible, but good for them. When he says delight yourself in the Lord, meaning be happy and joyful, seek after Him, find out what it is that He desires for your life. He knows you better than anyone else. When you do that, though, it says He'll give you the desires of your heart. He'll give you that person that really, truly is what you wanted. She or he is what you desire to have. Not just what the world has told you need to have, actually what you need to have. In Jeremiah 29:13, it says, "You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart," meaning when you put your full effort into it. In a marriage, you have to put your full effort into understanding, communicating, listening, being available, giving of yourself, not thinking about yourself so much. There's a whole lot of things that comes into play in a marriage. And I think a lot of people are extremely shocked when they realize how much they have to kind of give up or change about themselves to make everything go well in a marriage. It's just like a friendship, except there's more of a covenant bond, I think. And you have more requirements. As a friend, you can leave and go home. You don't have to literally deal with them unless you're roommates. When you're married, you go home to each other. So you have to make that experience the best as it can be at all times. Because you're partners, you're in this together. If one person gets harmed or hurt, it affects the other person tremendously. Psalms 145:19 says, "He fulfills the desires of those who fear Him." In this instance, the fear means respect Him. He also hears their cry and saves them. Proverbs 19:2 says, "Desire without knowledge is not good, and whoever makes haste with his feet misses his way." If you don't respect the desires that God gave you, they can harm you. We can be taught to desire things that are not good for us. But we have to follow after love. We have to follow after righteousness. We have to follow Him. And the only way we're going to do that is to have an honest respect for who He is and what He's about. In doing this, He teaches us and shows us how to respect and honor our spouse. He teaches us how to treat them, how to be diligent, to be an iron sharpens iron type of person for them, meaning that there's going to be correction. There's going to be things that you guys don't agree on, but you tend to work hard at working it out. You want somebody who is for you, who has your back, is in your corner, but they're willing to tell you the truth about yourself and explain the facts as they are because they have your best interests in mind. Your desires can get you in a lot of trouble if they're not lined up with structure, or you don't respect the fact that those desires have to lead you to something that's going to be positive and helpful and beneficial. Too many cookies ends up creating a problem in your body. The cookies are good. It's all right to have a desire for them. It's the greed that takes over afterwards where we go overboard with what we have. Same thing can apply to your relationship with your husband or wife. You've got to control how those desires are managed and know that they're not, that it's good to have desires, but don't let them overtake you. Have a respect for what God's given you in your spouse. 1 John 2:15-17 says, "Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh, the desires of the eyes, the pride of possessions, is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away along with its desires, but whoever does the will of God abides forever." So don't allow any idols to take place. Don't make your spouse an idol. Some people want a trophy wife. Some people want a GQ man to display and show off. That is not the purpose of a marriage. That is not the purpose of a spouse. She is your helpmeet. He is your support. You guys are one together. You're not able to use one another for your own purposes to meet some type of idealistic mindset of showing each other off just for the sake of trying to get more attention or praise for yourself. In a sense, that's very selfish if you really think about it, because they're a person. They're not a tool. They are not a prop for you to use in your show. You have to respect who they are. God made them. Love them. Care for them. Do good to them. Yes, pump them up. They're great. They're yours. Yes, as a spouse. But they're not a tool to be used so that you can get more attention. That's just wrong. I'm sorry. That's just wrong. So just remember, seeking God first helps you have a better perspective on how you're supposed to manage your household, especially with your husband or your wife. If you don't seek him first, you're kind of going into the game without a playbook. You don't really have any direction on how you should do this. You may have examples that you've seen from the past, but you don't know the whole story of their particular lifestyle. So you're only going on based on cliff notes. You really want to have a playbook, and God's the only one that can give you that playbook so that you can have this happy marriage. So seek him first in your marriage, and you'll see the positive outcome in your life. I hope you got something out of this today. Be blessed. Grace and peace.